Surviving Faith, Chapter 7. Back to Basics. It is because of Yahweh's loving kindness that we're not consumed, because His compassion doesn't fail. His mercies, they are new every morning. Lamentations chapter 3, verses 22 to 23. In our path to wholeness, we discovered a very crucial step in our process. It's the necessary step of going back to the basics of our faith. Those foundational things that help us stand strong in adversity. I've witnessed this time and time again serving aside the church. People go through hard things, life-altering situations, and don't take the needed time to step back, regroup, and recover. They just keep limping along wounded. And I've also witnessed that the wound may not necessarily come from mistreatment or offense, but could be caused by veering away from the true principles of the Bible and fellowship with God. Being busy in service, we can get so focused on a particular goal that daily prayer, connecting to God, reading His Word, and worship get lost. We can think we can fly on autopilot. And after a while, we're running on exhaust and fumes. Nothing can replace that vital time with God and investment in our self-care. We must take care of ourselves and our spirits first before we can pour into others. And if we're not continually connected to our source, we can find that we've strayed from true foundational teachings. I watch a lot of documentaries, and one particular subject that draws me in is that of cults. I wonder how people can be drawn away and follow fraudulent and misled leaders. I believe it's because the person has not protected and fortified their faith foundation. They give way to the voice of another that replaces the voice of God in their lives. We can get so caught up in the charisma of a leader or so buy into their dream and vision that if we don't really know the scriptures, we may not be able to discern that where we are being led is not God's direction for our lives. The basic tenets of our faith are the building blocks that keep us on solid and sure footing. It's great to do cool and interesting things in church. I do believe to some extent that the message is sacred and not the method. However, the goal of church, its deepest and highest commitment, is to build disciples that are passionately in love with and following Christ and His teachings. We should beware any person or organization that allows that focus to be shifted. We don't worship people. We worship God. If following a leader or organization becomes detrimental to our personal growth and connection to our Savior, then we need to rethink this posture and stance. A good and faithful servant will point others to Christ and not themselves. After the cleansing and rest God provided, we had to rebuild our foundation again. God was so very loving, merciful, and gentle with us in this process. He was patient and sensitive to where we were. He didn't push or demand, but His goal was that we could stand strong in our faith. I'm thankful beyond words for His unconditional love, mercy, and compassion during this season. as He restored to us the joy of our salvation.